Hi, my name is Juan. Welcome to Game News, and on today's video we're going to talk about Far Cry may not be happening, Naughty Dog announced their next game soon, and Nintendo re-enables download code redemption for 3DS and Wii U for limited time. This and way more in this video, so without further ado, let's go straight to the news. Far Cry 7 may not be happening. So guys, Script Leaks R6, the leaker who has previously provided accurate information about Ubisoft titles such as Rainbow Six Siege, Assassin's Creed Mirage, and Avatar Frontiers of Pandora, has stated that Far Cry 7 has yet to begin development. So while this news is not official, it has left many people worried about the future of the franchise. We know that Ubisoft has been releasing Far Cry games pretty much every other year, and this situation has led to what many people called Ubisoft open world fatigue, an open world with a lot of the same stuff to do and not very interesting to explore. So for me, it's looked like the developers might be taking their time with the next Far Cry to potentially address these issues. And it is important to remember that Far Cry franchise have followed a release pattern for the past decade, and the large number entries have always been followed up by smaller standalone spin-offs or continuations. And with that said, the next Far Cry title may not even be Far Cry 7, but actually a smaller standalone title instead, and that could be the reason for Far Cry 7 not being in development now. And I actually do understand that this news may be disappointing for those who are eagerly waiting for the next Far Cry game, but in my opinion, this may not necessarily be bad news, because I genuinely believe that Ubisoft needs to take a step back and reevaluate how often it releases games so they don't crunch the developers and we players can have more interesting games. And with Ubisoft having a rough time lately, having to cancel several projects, I don't think this is the best time for them to focus on releasing games, but instead, as I said before, reevaluate what is important for the company to keep being relevant in the market and keep making their developers and players happy. So we still don't know for sure what Ubisoft has planned for the future of the Far Cry franchise. However, if Far Cry 7 isn't in development, it may not necessarily be a bad thing, because it could mean that Ubisoft is taking the time to make something truly special, which of course will be worth the wait for all fans out there, but only time will tell. Naughty Dog could announce their next game soon. So guys, rumors suggest that it was initially intended to be a multiplayer component of The Last of Us Part 2, but it was separated from the game in 2019, and Naughty Dog has been tight-lipped about it ever since. However, recent activities from the studio has sparked rumors that a game announcement is on the horizon. So guys, Naughty Dog is currently advertising for multiplayer temporary positions such as trailer editor, gameplay capture artist, visual effects technical director, and dialogue coordinator, which all appear to be geared towards supporting a new announcement. So this development suggests that the studio is in the process of assembling a temporary team that could manage most of the multimedia aspects of the announcement. And the strongest indicator of a near future announcement from Naughty Dog came from their co-president and The Last of Us creator Neil Druckmann, who during a mid-March interview hinted that The Last of Us multiplayer spin-off has much more left to share and that we could expect more news later this year. And since we're talking about Naughty Dog and The Last of Us, guys, The Last of Us Part 1 for PC, the PC port is terrible. The game is looking amazing, don't get me wrong, the game is looking beautiful, but the problem is that the game is not opening. So I have seen a lot of reports, a lot of people on Steam, on Reddit, on Twitter talking about it, sharing pictures, and the game appears to be stuck on compiling shaders. So that shows that they didn't do a really good job porting the game to PC. And guys, we have an example of a PlayStation game that was amazingly ported to PC. I'm talking about God of War, the 2018 God of War. The port is amazing. The game looks like it was built for you to play on a computer, and this is not the case with The Last of Us Part 1. So if you intend to buy this game, don't do it right now, because you will be frustrated. You probably not gonna be able to play the game. The game will be compiled shaders for like 1 hour and then crash out of nowhere. So I recommend you to wait. Don't buy the game right now. I know that a lot of people is eagerly waiting to play it on PC. That is what they have been wanting for years, but don't buy the game right now. This is my recommendation. Don't do it. You won't have fun. You have a lot of problems. You will be frustrated. This is not going to be a good experience for you. So I recommend you to wait, let the developers fix these issues, and then you can buy the game. Because if they don't fix these issues, I don't think the game is worth it, especially for this price. So be aware of that. Guerrilla's Horizon multiplayer game will likely come before Horizon 3. So guys, Guerrilla Games announced last December that they were working on a new multiplayer project set in the Horizon universe. And this upcoming game will feature new characters and a different look than the previous entries in the series, offering players a brand new experience to explore together. However, it's not the only spin-off in the Horizon franchise, as Guerrilla released Horizon Call of the Mountain last February as launch title for the PSVR 2. But what about the next main game in the series, you ask? So recent job posts by Guerrilla suggest that the sequel to Horizon Forbidden West won't come before this online project. And in a new job post for a lead world designer, the studio mentions that the multiplayer spin-off will be their next game. And Guerrilla is probably gonna announce this project soon because the company is hiring new team members to work on it. So players who are eagerly waiting to the next adventure of Aloy can look forward to the Burning Shores DLC for Horizon Forbidden West, set to release on April 19, because it's looking that this DLC is what we will have for now, because the studio is focusing on this multiplayer project, so it appears that the next AAA Horizon game will take a long time to come out. Nintendo re-enables download code redemption for 3DS and Wii U for a limited time. So guys, as newer generations of Nintendo consoles are released, support for older ones is slowly disappearing. And this has been the case with the Wii U and 3DS, as Nintendo has decided to close their eShops. However, many Nintendo players have voiced concerns about download codes that are still redeemable. So the Twitter user Wario64 confirmed that fans have a few days left to redeem their 3DS and Wii U codes. So according to a Nintendo eShop discontinuation Q&A shared by Wario64, fans can continue to redeem these codes until April 3 at 9:30 Pacific time. And recently, Nintendo added an important note to the Q&A that clarifies that the redeem option for this code was temporarily removed, but the issue has been rectified. So if you have any code to redeem, do it now, because yeah, Nintendo has decided and the eShops will be closed. Bloober team addresses Silent Hill 2 remake release rumors. So guys, Silent Hill 2 remake has been waited for a lot of people since its announcement last year, because the original game is considered a cult classic and is often hailed as one of the greatest horror game of all time. So naturally, fans have been eagerly waiting for any news regarding the remake's development and release. And last week, rumors start circulating that Bloober team CEO has suggested that the game was close to become gold and ready for release. So this sparked a frenzy among fans who are eagerly waiting for a confirmation of the release date. However, Bloober team has now come out and disputed these rumors. So guys, in a statement posted on their Twitter account, Bloober team clarified that the rumors were inaccurate translations and were taken out of context. The statement also clarifies that any information regarding sales forecast was not specific to any title, but was a broad estimate for the type of games Bloober team would focus in the future. So I know that a lot of people is waiting for this game for a really long time, and they want this game so bad. I want it too, don't get me wrong, I want this game so bad, but let them cook. Let the developers cook. Give them time. They will make the game. I mean, they are doing the game. Give them time to, make the game as good as the game can be. Don't rush them, people. Don't rush them. Let them do their thing. Let them cook. New Xbox controller that can store loadouts could be in the works. So we all know that Xbox has come a long way in terms of controller design since the bulky and cumbersome dual gamepads of the original Xbox. So the latest Xbox Series X controllers came with wireless support and a host of features that let players record and share their greatest gaming moments on social media. So the most recent pattern from Microsoft depicts a new Xbox controller with a built-in touchscreen that can be used to track and display players' performance in a particular game. So this controller can save custom controller loadouts and connect to social media all displayed using the touchscreen. And the patent also mentions compatibility with external devices like mobile phones through an app of some kind. So a really interesting idea. I do hope that Microsoft go forward with this project, because it would be really nice, having all the loadouts right in the controller. You just select what you want. Hopping in different games, you just select what loadout you want to use, and that's it. That would be really good. So guys, this is all for me for now. Thank you so much for watching the video. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell, and of course, peace.